You. Say this, man, real quick. Be brief. Ain't no need to be all long and drawn out about what I'm about to say. You know what I mean? First and foremost, man, for the people, man, that wrote character letters on my behalf, man, I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff, man, that was said, man, was genuine. You know what I mean? It was heartfelt, and I appreciate it. Real talk. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you this. You may believe me, may not, but this my mindset. I was speaking to my mother about the joint last night. You know what I mean? And she was trying to console me or whatever. And the reality, I told her I'm not mad. You know what I mean? The reality of the affair is this. You know what I mean? As convicted felons, that ain't something that I go around, you know what I mean, talking about like I'm proud of it or whatever. But me spending that time in that cell is, you know what I mean, it's a part of my life, it's a part of my past. I can't change it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I remember before I went to trucking school, I had an incident, man, that played out. Well, it was you know what I mean, a couple things that played out that put my mind in a different gear. You know what I mean? I had when I came home from prison, I had a real good resume. You know what I mean? I had a real good resume, man, and I was getting a lot of calls for jobs and stuff like that. And I went on 4 interviews in 1 week. That's how good my resume looked. You know what I mean? Doing floors, custodial maintenance, you know, stuff like this, right? So I went on 4 interviews that week, and I didn't get not one job. You mean? It's a more to the story, so bear with me. The last interview I went on, the lady who interviewed me, she was a black woman, right? So, you mean, like, I understood where she was coming from, because she told me that, you know what I mean, her company, they go in banks and stuff like that, and you know what I mean, hospitals and whatever. But it's more so about the banks, and they got contracts with companies, you know what I mean, saying that they didn't want certain type of people coming in their banks and stuff like that, because, you know, after hours you can see how the bank is ran, and, you know what I mean, cameras and, you know, all this other crap, what type of money these people playing with, whatever, I don't know. So anyway, I was like, all right, I respect that. It is what it is. But she tried to give me this little pat on your butt speech afterwards, right? And I told her, I said, man, let me tell you something. I say, you know what I mean, like, at the end of the day, I can't change the fact that I've been in jail. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. However, you know, because I went to jail, does that mean that, you know what I mean, I'm not supposed to be able to work and take care of myself? I say, man, I don't mean no disrespect. You know what I mean? I don't sell drugs. I don't get high. I don't drink. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man. Ain't nobody taking care of no grown man. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need your sympathy. What I need is a job, right? I need a job. I don't need your sympathy. Your sympathy is not going to pay my phone bill. Your sympathy is not going to help me stay free in society. You know what I mean? Clothing, shelter, food. I got to keep my cell phone on so I can, you know what I mean, if somebody does want to hire me, they can get in contact with me and stuff like this, you know. So she was looking at me like, I'm like, I say, yo, listen, man, one thing about it, I ain't nobody's charity case. I don't need your sympathy. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. So anyway, the reason why I bring that up, because me getting turned down for something that I know that I'm qualified for, it did something to me mentally. Like, you know what I mean? That joint made me more tenacious. You know what I mean? It gave me a different level of intensity with what I was trying to do, right? Thus, I went to trucking school, right? I had a couple other little jobs, you know, in between that time frame, but you know, I said, I gotta do something, man. I started doing moving with my bro, Sham, man. I love you, bro. Real talk, man. I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? I would tag you in the joint, but I know you real private and laid back or whatever, you know what I mean? But real talk, bro, that brother introduced me to the trucking game, man, and I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? But that joint lit a fire under my back, man. So, with all of that being said, with me getting turned down for this Walmart job, right? I look at it the same way when I started trucking. I used to kill myself when I first started driving. I'm driving crazy miles, you know what I mean? Up all different types of crazy, you know, time frames or whatever, just to make a buck or whatever, right? My man Big Stream, shout out to Stream from Hopewell, man, that's my dude. He put me on to being a 1099 contracted driver. I started making more money. I started learning more things about the business and whatnot, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna turn this negative into a positive, and the only thing that this situation, you know what I mean, taught me rather, that's the reason why we gotta have our own businesses. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. Instead of trying to be a part of somebody else's business, I gotta turn myself into a business. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. That's the only way, man, that we're gonna succeed. You know what I mean? Most of the people that I know that have been in jail or whatever, that's successful, man. They, you know what I mean? They got businesses. You know what I mean? You get tired of being told no for something that you overqualified for, or trying to be underpaid for. I'm overqualified for this stuff, man. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I got a clean driving record. I got +5 in Virginia on my license. You know what I mean? I'm overqualified for this stuff, man. That's what I do. So you don't want to give me no job because of the fact that I'm a convicted felon. That's cool. But I tell you one thing. Don't try to call me once I get my own truck. You know what I mean? I start to level up on my, you know, on my own, and that's how I'm carrying it. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's more to the story, man. It is what it is, man. I'm holler back, man. Y'all be cool. And again, man, I appreciate the people, man, who character letters on my behalf, man. I appreciate it, man. Y'all be cool, man. Peace.